Hello, everyone. Nice to be with you. And my name is Karyne Sylvestre, and I'm like a specialist and retirement specialist. And I am a global management and specialist as well. And so I am the head or the president and the CEO of Karyne Integrated Services. We are in Fort Lauderdale, Oakland Park, Florida. However, we are a national service provider. We help with wealth management, life insurance, healthcare, retirement, long-term care, everything. You name it and you get it. We have the best professional in town, and we are happy to assist everyone.
Hey, it's Kellen, and today on Diversified Game, most of you listen to this because you want to hear how entrepreneurs started, sustained, and succeeded. People who have interesting careers made some money. Well, what do you do after you do all of that and you have a lifetime of fun? How many people right now are planning for their retirement? I can tell you when we do the studies, not enough. So today I have a retirement specialist. Miss Karyne is going to show you how to plan for retirement and how to do it well. Welcome to the show. How are you doing?
Thank you so much, Kelly. I'm doing fine and happy to be with you again. So actually, retirement is a big issue. You know, actually, we have over 70,000 million Americans, like approaching the baby boomers age. They are seeking for assistance to get the retirement and to live with dignity, to not modify their lifestyle. And for that, unfortunately, some of them wait until 6 months before their retirement time, age, and to start talking to the manager, for the professional and the management sale and all of that. But this is not enough. You do have people in the US now, more than like majority of the population, never approaching the age of a retirement, never sit down with a financial advisor to help them to plan. Because what happened when you don't plan, you fail to plan. You fail to you don't plan. You are going to fail for the entire rest of your life. So what happened actually? It is very important. If you live in the US, they say there are three categories. Some people think this is the rich, the poor, and the middle class. But in the financial industry, we see it like that. If you live in the US and you are approaching to the age of retirement, because even you are 20 now, this is just a matter of time. What happened? It's just like if you don't think about that now, you fail to do that. If you live long enough, you will become 60 and up. That will be time for you to retire. And now think about that. There are some people who retired at the age of 65 and they live long enough, or 30 years or 35 years later. But what happened? Some people leave the job, be retired after 6 months. They have to go back to work. Retirement, we understand that. Retirement is not about age. This is mostly about numbers. The numbers is not like your age. It's how much money that you have. If you have money, you can be 10 years, 20, you retired. You can be 30, and you can still be 80 years old and still working because you don't have money. When you don't respect money, you don't manage money, you don't understand money, this is very difficult for you to get money. Here in the US, we have so many examples. NBA players who have been millionaires, but now They are seeking for money. They are poor. They don't have money. If you live
And
in the
their
US,
and their wives are on OnlyFans, and they're mad because the wife is saying we're broke, and she's on, and that's a real story recently that just happened with Joe Smith. I want people to know, though, because some people, we're in South Florida where everybody looks beautiful, everyone has a nice car, and they think, I have $100,000, I have $500,000 now. But what we're seeing is many people do not even have $100,000 for retirement, which is not enough money to retire. Can you give people some ranges of what you've helped clients do and what you think a good range is for your average American?
for the average American, if you are retired today, and that's happened for you to be like around like 65, in the middle, you got like maybe any of the 80, that's mean the qualified, and disease or symptom and to be qualified for retirement or for custodian help. At least for the average American, that will cost you like 28,000 a year. That's where we come with the three class of people: the rich, the poor, and the insured. It's not the middle class. You have to be insured. The rich don't care about those costs. The poor will have the Medicaid or government assistance. But you in the middle, you have to be insured if you are intelligent. Because when you don't have one, if you have $100,000 for retirement, just think about that. If you become sick, and so you have to go to a nursing home or you stay home, but family are so busy. Your kids have to go to work to continue to provide for the family. They cannot take care of you, so they have to hire somebody. When somebody is hired for that, you have to pay that person. After 5 years, if you spend 20,000 a year, after 5 years, you don't have any money anymore. But that's where the state will come. For the state to help you, if you don't spend that entire $100,000, they are not going to provide you any assistance because you got money. They don't help people who got money. You have to use all your resources. And before this, you are qualified for any state assistance. Regardless if you haven't, of course, if you have been working for more than 10 quarter or 10 quarter at least, you have the Medicare. However, Medicare doesn't pay 100%. Medicare will pay for 80%. The 20% you have to pay by yourself. That 80% have to come from your fund, your money, what you have been sweating and saving in your account. But now, think about that. Money, a bank doesn't grow money for clients. They grow money for the stakeholders. So that means if you put $100,000, after whatever 10 or 20 years, you may have 110,000. I am generous. Usually they don't have that much. But if you plan in advance, you know where to put your money. That money is going to grow for you. You are insured for long-term care. If you get a critical illness, if you have a terminal illness, whatever type of illness that you have, you are covered for the care. You don't need state. You have to be independent. Depend on yourself. Education is power, and that's what we do in Karyne Integrated Services. We provide our clients, the general public, with knowledge, education about retirement. How much money is too much money, nobody knows. Money don't find. That's why you need to get multiple source of income. When you put your money somewhere, don't put it in the bank because you have been familiar with the bank employee for many years. You love. No. You don't do things by emotion. You do it by rationality. The rational thing is just like you have to put your money somewhere. The money can be growing for you. The money will be protected against lawsuit, even against the court, and against inflation, and against taxes, the IRS. There is nothing illegal to protect your money against like creditors and all of that. You sweat for your money. You deserve a good living. That's what you have been working so hard. But nobody will tell you or to do it until you decide to come to sit down with a professional. And we are here
a licensed professional.
Licensed professional. And this is illegal in the state of Florida and the financial industry to provide services to clients without a license. At least 5 years prison. 5 years. You have to be licensed.
Can you talk about that? Because I tell people all the time, you know, as people who have shows, and not every show does their due diligence, but I make it a habit to make sure that I have people who are licensed, who are also practicing what they preach. Because, you know, in Florida, here in South Florida, we have everyone. We have people who are 19, 20, who are life coaches and telling that people, oh, I can help you retire tomorrow. Can you talk about the difference and what people should be looking at and why they should be coming to you, because they don't know sometimes?
Generally, you know, people are talking about magic or whatever. So if you are like a risk taker, understand people have to be willing. That's why you are in business as an entrepreneur. You have to take risks, but that must be reasonable. And that must be like there is some kind of logic and science in it. And we are living in the, you know, greatest society. School and education is open to people. Do your homework. Guys, you got people who get licensed. Why do you have to choose somebody you just saw on the internet and saying so many things? And this is one of our mission, to educate people and to understand what you see virtually is not real all the time. You have to know. We as a professional, we have to know our customer the same way our customer have to know the professional. Try to get somebody who is licensed. Without a license, those people won't lie. They are talking about so many things and telling you that to bring money tomorrow you will be retired. Guys, honestly, I got so many close friends. Even you harm them against those times, they do it, and no, they are broke. They are broke. And they come to complain to me. You know, Karyne, I don't know if this is God punishing me. You know, that's so sad. Why God has to punish you? And no, don't think they are not dumb people. They are professors, teachers, people with PhDs, people, doctors or whatever background. They do that. They call that money hungry. Guys, don't do that to yourself. You work hard for your money. And they are another group of people seeking for opportunity online. When they got the help, the education, the professional on ground, they don't look at you, but they go online. But they will come to complain to you after they lose their money. But that one, you know,
Wait, I need you to even go deeper, because as a consultant and somebody who, you know, you have family, you have friends, you have people who come, I call them like the car dealership. They come and they kick the tires to you, right? A licensed professional who knows what you're talking about. But then they still go down the street to the bad salesperson, and then they come back to you. It's like, well, can you give me a deal? Can you talk about how that makes you feel as a person before you warn them and they didn't listen, and now they want a deal from you, and they really want free from you?
Yes, actually, you know, there is some kind of behavior. People acting so crazily, and sometimes you have to say, oh my God, what is going on? Why that? Because, in technology, actually, we do have a category of people here in the US, a population of people, young youth, young girl and boy, they are between 15 to 35 years old. A population as large as Florida, a population like over 25 million people who are addicted to technology, to other things. If we think that they are always looking for an influencer, but that has to be online. And those people are taking advantage of them. And that online, that come with a cost. And this is the reason why they cannot get $100 because people don't save money. Saving money is not about like how much money that you make. It's about how much discipline that you have, how much dedication that you have for your life. Are you goal oriented? Or do you have a kind of ambition, to make a difference? Because when we are behaving badly, don't think only you are affecting your life. You are affecting your family, generation to come, young people who look at you as a role model. Please don't do that to yourself. Those people saying they need to have an influencer online. What they do, the only money that they can have, even if they pay, they make the minimum wage, they should be able at least and to save like $300 for themselves every month. Because just think about that. If you pay yourself first, that's what we teach people. Actually, young, old, whatever age you are, you make some money, you save some money. If you don't respect money, you will never be able to get money. What you do, you pay yourself first, whatever job you have. If you make $15 an hour, you should be able to save $15 every day. The same way that you pay for your car insurance, you pay for your mortgage or rent, you pay yourself because you are the motor. You are the one who provide for everybody else, but except for you. If you do that, believe me, I don't ask you to do anything magical. If you are able to save 1 hour of your time, of your wage every day, you come to me. You have to be retired as a decent person. You will enjoy life for the rest of your life, without any problem. But if you choose to follow the one online that sometimes they are not licensed in anything, they don't even know anything about even themselves. And all that they do is just come to say lie, to spread lie, and to steal from our vulnerable people online. And now those people become addicted to those fake professional online, fake professional. What they do, they start using all the money that they have to buy, clothes. All that they have, they just invested in themselves. They got clothes, wash, nickel, and you name it. That's it. But tomorrow, my God, just think about it seriously, my friend. If you are broke today, but you are a very aged person, that's when you don't have any money at all. When you die, because when you die, it's not about if you are going to die. Everybody will die one day. When you die, what do you expect? You want somebody to bury you? You don't even get a life insurance to be able to be buried with dignity tomorrow. And the richest country in the world, in America, you are doing that to yourself. You are sick. You cannot find the proper care because you are broke. And you got so many knowledgeable people, professional people licensed by the state and licensed by the nation, and to provide you and to do that, because the financial industry is very, very, regulated, strongly. You don't play with that. And those companies that we are in partnership with are companies who have been here in the US right after the independence of this country. They are 200 years old in the financial industry, 100 years and up, and they are regulated. You got it, the state, you got it, every security department, everything is regulated. You don't play by the rules, and you have to pay your time. You lose your license.
Let me ask you, because sometimes, I have a full service firm, but I tell people for certain things I am not qualified to answer. So I'm going to send you to a licensed professional. I'm going to make
Professional.
sure you have a CPA, you have a lawyer. I can give you my
Yeah.
opinion, but and I just want to make sure people understand, and then we're going to get into the cost of your services, because this is not a free 99 service, people. But can you talk about, if they come to you, like there's new rules for 2024 coming up. One is the Beneficial Ownership Information Act. If you don't fill that out, the government can fine you up to $10,000. The next thing is, if you've gotten paid through Cash App or Venmo, Zelle is excluded. We don't know who they paid off, but if you got $600 from Cash App, you now, in one transaction even, you now have to report that on your 1099K, which it used to be $20,000 and 200 transactions. Do you also help and keep your clients informed with that? Let them know what you do and what you don't do, and some ranges of cost, so they don't just bombard you and say, help me out for free, and try to treat you like you're their mother. But you are a professor, though. You are a professor, and she has a history of being a professor. And I met her because we both serve on the board for the Palm Beach State College. So she's vetted through various things, and she has a history of helping and serving. So please answer those questions and let the audience know.
Yes, Kelly. Actually, I do understand every child need a mother. And as a mother myself, mother of two, and actually I try to be a mother for every children, because I love people the way that I love myself, and I love my kids. Therefore, I love every kid. However, I'm here to help. My service is not really free, but my client doesn't have to pay me directly. You know, as a consultant, I do consultation for Medicare. If you take the service from me, so the company or the government will pay me for that service, not you. That means you have no fear coming to me and call me. I give you a consultation, and you take any service from me, happy, and I will never touch your money. The company who provide you with that service will take it directly from your account, bank to bank, financial institution to financial institution, or that will take that money directly from your social security. If this is a Medicare or whatever, the way that you want it to be, they do it. That means you don't pay me directly. I don't deal with money with clients. And I love that, And that means you are not afraid to call me and to talk to me. If you have an insurance and you are not sure what happened here, mostly around the nation, but mostly in South Florida, some people, they are not honest. They sell a lot of clients like accidental death benefits for insurance. This is not a life insurance. People might see that they are paying like $30 for $500,000. Or they say, I got a deal. No, you don't have a deal. You are going to get that death benefit, or your family is going to get it only if you die by accident. And dying by accident, according to the law, is very difficult. That's better for you if you want to get your family to get that money. When the car just hit you, die immediately. If the ambulance come to take you and you go to the hospital, emergency, get a surgery and all of that, the company lawyer may claim that you die due to the surgery, not the accident. Now, no dime, no money. There is another also type of insurance, which is a term insurance. That means you got that insurance for 10 years or 20 years, 30 years. But you are insured only for this period of time, just like if you are insured, if you insure your vehicle, your car, only for 1 year. After 1 year, if you don't renew it, you don't have an insurance anymore. If you get an accident, you are on your own. The same way, if you are now 20, I will encourage you, at least you can get a term insurance, because at 20, you don't have that much money, but you are responsible enough as a young man, young girl, you know that you have to be insured. You know about your financial education is up. And you say, okay, I'm going to invest $20 for 100,000 just in case, because what happened, you can get critical illness in it, you can have a disability and everything. At that age, this is good, because you don't know, accident happen, death happen, everything happen. But when you got those type of issue, if you doesn't already have an insurance, you are no longer a qualified to buy that insurance. They are not going to sell it to you. So that's better to get something. But when you become like 30 now, you got more money, you need to buy a whole life insurance. That whole life insurance, this is an insurance that is going to stay with you until some of them until 100 years or 121. You know, that's mean you are. But at the same point, you can buy this type of insurance, which is a whole life insurance for 120 years. But however, you decide that you are paying that insurance within like 7 years or 10 years. You finish paying after 7 years, you don't pay anymore, but you are insured for life. What happened is just like that money you got in the insurance company. If you go to a bank, you say, okay, I have $200,000 in my life insurance. Now you can borrow $1 million because you have an asset. This is your asset. You already paid it off, even if you don't pay off yet. But the bank might know everything happened to you. There is somewhere that you got the money to pay me. You will have it. So what you are asking me, just like I think that you have been asking for, okay, tell them what happened when you come. You go to another a person, they blow your mind. Hey, you have been a risk taker. You don't think about things. They lie about everything. But now you come to me, open arm, I will still guide you. If you have an insurance, you have to know what you have. That's why, you know, you got the insurance company, you have Medicare, they are not going to pay me and any other professional any money if they didn't see there is a need to educate the population. So guys, even American people born and raised, they stick to you for that. But you know, some of our people, whatever, for another, they think that they know then everybody. Not everybody knows everything. You need to trust science, trust professional. You go to see a doctor. You are a patient, you let you guide you. The same way. Some of us, we do have our master degree, we have our PhD degree in finance, we do have it because we are doctor in other field, you know? Everybody knows their field. A doctor can help you with your health, but with your finance, you have to see us. The same way, the doctor have to come to sit down with me to plan for his retirement,
We're going
for his
to
critical illness.
we're going to, when you say that, if you're getting your financial advice from a medical doctor, and you guys know who listen and follow me, I'm married to medicine. Not because I'm saying this about my wife. My wife actually has gone through the financial piece and the different things, and we read a book a week on finance. But Dave Ramsey, in his Baby Steps Millionaire book, the latest book, he said teachers are the best savers. I think lawyers were number 5, but doctors don't even make the top list. So do not get your financial, your investment, or your business things from your doctor unless they've done some other studies, because and focus, because most of them are working into their 70s, broke, still working, making big paychecks, but that, something of that delayed gratification, who knows? We don't want to piss off our doctors, so I won't say too much more, because we all want to have you guys, I have to have my exam over 40. I have to have my exam. I don't want my Jamaican doctor. I don't want her to be mad at me for saying these things. But and doctor, we love you. And so I'm not talking about you either. Like, I'm not talking about my wife. But can you tell the people that are listening and they hear you, are there any other services where they can maybe update with you monthly, or quarterly, because they think maybe you'll just get me on a financial plan for retirement, but they might love you? Do you have anything where they can tap into you and have access, and maybe it's extra VIP paid time?
Okay, Kelly, it seems that you have been reading my mind. I was going to give them an example. I
Mm-hmm.
think that was 2 years ago. And I don't know, I was in the bathroom and get something and I check myself in the emergency. You see, the emergency doctor, when I told him that I was a retirement specialist, he said, why, my God, this is God who sent you here. Because I'm about to retire in 6 months, I don't know what to do.
Mm.
Honestly, a ride, folks, is 65 and something. He's a doctor. But honestly, humbly, as a professional, we exchange. There is no shame with that. People, they are willing to share with you my experience or whatever. My primary physician was about to retire exactly before COVID, because he said, I'm sick and that. After that, my entire life, 20 years, and now my father didn't live that long. I need to be retired. I already get two grandchildren. I want to have some time for this. But Karyne, what about if I can change in my background and to come in your industry? Because he knows that I do like Medicare. I want to try something else and to make big money, because you're always laughing. That's what he said. He said that, okay, you are money lady because you're always laughing. I know you are happy. But you know what? It's just like, yes, if you go to your doctor for your financial advice, guys, you go to the wrong place. You have to come to a professional. And so what happened is just like we are here to advise you, and we have the law. If we don't follow, we don't go by the law, we lose our license. And that this is here of study, here of a trust and family expectation of sweating. No, professionals don't do that to themselves. They don't betray. First of all, if we do something out of law, you are betrayed yourself first, because you are the first person to go to jail. You will be the first person to lose. If you lose your license, you lose your life, and your family and everything. We are not only here as professionals to make money. We are here to set an example, to make a change, positive change for you. Every year, you have to consult with me for Medicare. This is a period that started generally from October 15 to December 7. So you have to check with me. I say me because I love myself enough and I know myself that I will give you the best service. That's why I say me. But generally, that will be any professional in the health field, which is Medicare. If you go only by the state, you are looking for service to the marketplace and to just get, if your work doesn't provide you with health insurance, you need to seek for insurance here in your state or anywhere in the US, any other state, from November 1st to January 31st. Okay? So now, if you use to a Medicare. You have been in that and getting your service through one of the private company. After January 30, after December 7th, there will be another open enrollment for people who are only with a private company and until March 31st. Those time are time that you have to keep me busy. I am usually busy at this time, but Kelly is my friend. He's the best person. 1 hour with him is always a pleasure. That's why I'm here. But this is our busiest time. You need to check with me at this time. Also, if you have a health insurance that you have been buying that for years, I don't know. So you never know. You don't even know what type of product that you have. I have one lady in Connecticut. She's a right person, but she dedicates me as her angel because she has been a loan officer in the bank. Mm-hmm. Financially, she is educated. She has the background in finance, but she has a life insurance for $150,000. But she thought she was paying like less than $40 when she was young. But she thought that was the life insurance forever, whole life. But that was something for 30 years. But since she turned now, she was about turning 65. She asked me one day, I got something. Can you review it for me? When I went, the insurance was about to be lapsed in just 3 months. But she was paying less than $40. In order to get the same amount, she was going to be able to pay at least $300 to get the same because she's 60 something. But this is an insurance that she has when she was less than 30 years old. That's why you need to check with professionals. But even if you buy a life insurance, you are 40 years old. But now you got a job. 5 years later or 2 years later, you got a promotion. You need to check with me because you always have to check to increase your finance. Because your financial need is increasing. But think about that. When you bought that insurance at 40 years old age, you didn't have a family yet. But now you got 2 kids. What will happen for the college? What will happen? You don't buy a house yet. What will happen with your wife? You have to put that in order. That doesn't cost you anything to sit down, talk about, because if I don't make the deal, I don't care about that because, money is something, is important, but money is not everything. When you are, regardless how rich that I could be, but if everybody around me is poor, I'm a poor lady. If you are not happy, guys, everybody around me is sad, is anxious, is also desperate about the finance. We become a desperate person too, because we are a society. Men and women were not created to be alone, I cannot be satisfied just by myself. My satisfaction is some kind related to yours. We all as human beings, we are looking for happiness. And me, I'm here as a mother, as a teacher, as a person with a very, diverse background because I live in another country. I was born and raised somewhere else. I appreciate what America has to offer. And I do understand, I travel a lot. I haven't seen that much. You are the best guy. You are in the best country. If you understand it, if you put yourself with the right people, knowledgeable people, knowledge is power. What Kelly is doing he is sharing knowledge with you. That's the best thing that someone can do. Give you knowledge, help you to be happy. And the financial industry is something kind of, build on trust. You have to deal with people who's trustful, who trust you. I remember in 2016, I received a letter from Governor Rick Scott, who's actually the senator, one of the senators of Florida, now in Washington. He wrote me a letter to say, Karyne, based on your qualification and integrity, I think you are the best person to fill a position as a commissioner in Broward Housing Authority, because I'm one of the ever since 2000 May 16, 2016, I've been appointed by the governor as a commissioner for this to represent the governor and the board. And ever since, I've been continuing. And when I come from day one, the committee voted to appoint me as the treasurer. I've been a treasurer for like six years, but actually they voted me as the secretary to serve and to study and to advise the CEO and everybody, and all to make housing more affordable in Broward County. Just like you said, I'm sitting with you as one of the board of trustees for Palm Beach College. Education, when I was in my country, it's just that, I'm Asian origin, If you don't have any education, even if you got it, you don't know how you are going to make it. That's mean education was a must. But by here, it's not the same. You don't need a PhD. You don't need a master's degree. You don't need a bachelor's degree to change your life if you want. Regardless, if you are working for minimum wage, if you are whatever you are, if you are disciplined enough, if you are coachable, I can help you. And that's why I got my non-profit. What I do, I teach kids all with literacy, financial literacy. And I also...
Before you go into that, because that's my signature question, what is your community give back? So I have to ask it, or I did not do my job. So let them know if you have a community give back that has actions for a better future, and that's .org, you guys. Links will be in the description, but please go on. I had to get that off before, I love when guests they can just give it all. It makes the job so much easier, but please go ahead.
Yes, Kelly, because when you receive so much, you have to give back. And I love giving back, regardless, knowing that I am, an Haitian descent, as Haitian American, I feel like I've been here in this country for 23 years. When I came, I was already like a mother of two the first time, but I used to travel here because being a professional in Haiti, I got the visas, and I was like, even finish high school, and I used to come here for years. And so, in fact, but the country was not so crazy, and so I didn't see the need and to live anywhere. And living in Haiti was my dream. But unfortunately, by 2000, no, everything went crazy and crazier until you see what we see now. We are not talking about it. Let Haiti live in peace, and one day, God will provide. But what happened? It's just like when I came here as a mother, I have to solve because I get a political persecution because I've been a journalist too in my country. Those countries. Being a journalist is not easy. And so when I get my asylum here with my two kids, I was able, I get the transcript from my university from Haiti, and they give me some credit, and I was supposed to complete 2 more a semester here, and in order to get a bachelor equivalent here. And even whatever, because in French, they eliminated so many credits. Even I got 157 credits. But they give me few. I say, regardless, if they want to put me in kindergarten, I will go to kindergarten and make it anyway. Yes, and I went there. Guys, I got my bachelor in social science and political science, and from FAU, and I went to Nova, and so I got my master degree in business administration, and my specialization and global management. And then in Nova, I got a EDD, a doctorate degree and human services administration and organizational leadership. So this country, what can I say? Nothing than great thing about America. Regardless what you see is going on, this is one of the best place and the best place that I know. Because if you play by the rules, if you respect people, people are going to respect you. I've been living in Florida ever since for 23 years. God is good. I have no complaint because we are human. Human are attracting with something. I give you respect, you give me respect. I play by the if you for people to respect you, you have to respect yourself first. You know, young folks understand that. Complaint about life is not easy. People are very complex. You know, complexity. Complexity. You know, people want to be among people who look like them. First of all, when they know you, they are going to be hesitant. You know, be open. Show who you are by your action and your heart. And what I do is just like, okay, thanks God, as a single mother for the first time, because you know, immigration is something that break family, guys. My husband being a professional in this country, he's afraid or whatever. He said that a teacher get big title, working for the education, national education department. No, he's not going to get back. He doesn't want to make that move. But I have to be with my two kids by myself. Okay? I pay my due through it. But I say that I've met a lot of family, good family, from all over the world, because the US is a platform, is a mosaic. We got everybody. They embrace me, they see me as a sister, they see me as a family, they embrace my kids. We are here, we share. We share the thing. Sometimes I give a ride, and sometimes they give my kids a ride, blah, blah, blah. They do something. Everybody. My kids are successful, and I'm happy. And I help them to be successful. I said, no, my son went to the military. When I see, oh, good, my daughter is in college, everybody has been perfect. I say, no, I cannot take that for granted. I've been always helping, but I need to structure something and to give some help. I try to get those kids to finish high school and to do something with their life. If they want to go to college, that's great. If they want to get some trade skill, that's great. Because it's not what we do is determine your life. Your life is defined by all you do it. You can be a doctor and be a bad doctor. You can be a plumber and be a great plumber. And that doesn't stop you to make more money than the doctor. Don't judge things on title. Money is here. And so I help those kids to become an entrepreneur, to do things for themselves. When you get high school, I can train you in less than 90 days to get a license. In the financial industry, of course, you will be able to sell life and health. But for now, you think this is limited, but that doesn't stop you to make millions. But when you are here, if you are ambitious enough, push you to go to school, to get your license, beside the license to get a 4-year degree if you want. If you got a master, if you got your PhD in finance, you got it. Nothing stops you for that. Instead, what I teach to my kids, I say my kids, those, you know, the organization, it's just like instead of you leave the kids after 15, so many years, 18 years old, chasing for a job and you know, fast food and all of that. But at 18 years old, those kids are able, they are age enough to take a test in the state. So when they take that test, at least if you are going to work for an agency, the agency is not going to pay them minimum wage. That will depend on how much money. Those kids, when they start, they can make 50,000 easily for the first year, 80,000, 100,000, that depends. The sky is the limit, but they are not stressing. They are professional. You know everything here. You need a license. Just to be a doctor, you have to be certified. You have to pass your board exam. Just to drive a car, you need a license. So to practice that, you need a license. So I teach you and to get it. When you get it, the sky is your limit. You limit yourself, but not your education. You can't start working for any agency and tomorrow you be able and to get your own agency. Go by practice. That doesn't limit you. The great asset here in the US, our accent is our asset. Our accent doesn't stop us to fulfill our dream. We have to be ambitious. We have to be, courageous. We have to be focused, disciplined. If we stay and work together and we lead by example, money is an everything, but money is not everything. We know people first, our community first, and then we will be able to make money easily. Don't be desperate about anything, because life is easier when we work together as a community, as a teacher, as a mother, as a foreign woman. I know what I'm talking about. I care about community. I care about people, because this country is not an accident. Some people make an effort to make it that easy. So we have to continue, we have to continue. What we are leaving behind for other generations is more important. And for the nation to move forward, we have to make more than the previous people. Let's keep moving together. Kelly, I love what you are doing. And I know a lot of people are listening to you. Please, let me help you guys in financial education. Let me help you to make the best decision for yourself. We have a concept that they call you pay yourself first. 1 hour of your pay a day, I can help you to make a difference. If you are coachable, you can succeed in anything. We are here for that. I have a heart as a mother. I have a heart as a professional, and I do have the responsibility to choose the best and to help my client at my best knowledge, and so they can succeed. Because my industry depends on trust, on confidence, and ability. It's just like when I get one client, I don't have to come to the radio to say anything. My client bring me 2 others from the family, 5 other friends, because of what they receive from me. This is math to math, because this is your referral. My referral supposed to be from you. You are not going to refer me people because you love me. You are going to refer me people because you came to me. I make a financial analysis for you, and I address your need and show you a way to improve your life. And this is about family. Your family will be happy. America will be a better place for all of us. Thank you.
Amen. You guys have been blessed with the game. And when I tell you, I'm going to be talking to Madame shortly after this, because I want you guys to go make sure you like this game, make sure you subscribe to this game, and even more importantly, make sure you share this game. It will change someone's life. But I have to talk to her because she needs to have her own podcast. Her YouTube needs some love. We need more weekly content. And I'm sure she has a book that is just ready. I got to go talk to her, you guys. Make sure you share this game. Y'all be blessed.
Hello everyone, this is Latasha Blanton from the Real South Africa Travel and Tourism. And you're going to have the opportunity to travel with Phil Scott to
sunny South Africa. You guys are going to have the opportunity to come to Johannesburg, and you guys are going to be coming to Durban. And we're going to set it up perfectly. It's going to be like a luxury experience for you guys. At the same time, you're going to be getting some culture. And of course, you're going to get an opportunity to talk to Phil, hang out with Phil, and get his views on Africa and South Africa.
You're also going to get an opportunity to explore the lifestyles here that are available in South Africa. And we're going to do all that for you in an amazing 10 days. We do hope that you go to the website and book, because we do look forward to seeing you here.
Absolutely. Our website is therealsouthafrica.com. Go there, scroll down. You'll see a picture of Phil, and just go ahead and book there. So we'll see you here in what we like to call sunny South Africa.
Are you tired of the violence, tired of the injustice, police brutality, rampant discrimination, lack of gun control in this failed bio-socioeconomic experiment called America? Or maybe you need a break from the relentless grind and want to regain control of your destiny, your wealth, your health, and your purpose. DiversifiedGame.com has the right course for you. Prepare for my first trip to Africa. Looking to reconnect with your roots, start a new business, or just a fresh start. Africa, aka the motherland, is waiting. Don't let the Chinese and the Mzungus have the fun and also take over the motherland. From Cairo to Mombasa, from Dakar to Cape Town, Africa has something for everyone, from business opportunities to the most amazing people, safety, leisure, and landscapes. The opportunities abound. It is time for the diaspora to reconnect with their roots. Time to reconnect with the birthplace of humanity. Africa is the last frontier. Get your head in the game and reclaim your legacy. The writing is on the wall. Babylon is falling. Give up the stress, grind, and violence inflicted on our people on this continent, and prepare for a journey of restoration and joy by connecting with the land of your ancestors. Check out our new course and kick off your adventure at diversifiedgame.com.